Data was collected for heights in centimeter of 390 cows were tabulated in a frequency distribution, from which what is given is frequency element is fully given, and the other given information from this frequency distribution is class marks of two consecutive classes, in particular the class mark of class 1 and class mark of class 2. Class mark is nothing but midpoint of a class. So what is required to do is nothing but we determine the class widths from this information. We find all class boundaries and find all class limits or class intervals. We fill in the missing midpoints or class markers. We have given two class markers. Now we are going to fill the rest. Then we verify total frequency 390. This problem statement can also be provided in this form of question as incomplete frequency table. Right? Class limits element is fully incomplete. The second class boundary is also the same. From the class markers element, we have only given two class markers, and the class frequencies is fully given now. So what the question here is to obtain these gaps and this element plus the class widths, right? And the other one is to verify that f1 given, f2 given, f how many frequency values are there? 9. This 9 tells us there are 9 classes in our frequency distribution, right? So the first step is nothing but find the class width, which is denoted by W. Class width is nothing but the discrepancy between the class limits of a class plus 1, or the discrepancy of the upper class boundary and the lower class boundary of a given class. Or the other way, the class width is the discrepancy of two consecutive class markers, right? If so, to obtain this class widths, these are enough. Class mark 2 minus class mark 1, right? So W is nothing but 5. And from this frequency element, we understand that we do have 9 classes, which is denoted by K. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 classes are there. If so, from this we can understand we do have 9 classes, right? 9 classes. And we know the formula how to find the class mark, which is the average of the two class limits of a class. The lower class boundary plus upper class boundary divided by 2, or the lower class limit plus the upper class limit divided by 2 is nothing but the class mark or midpoint. So this 5 is obtained in such a way that the discrepancy of the two class markers gives that number. What the next step is finding the class boundaries from the class markers, right? From this, how can we obtain the class limits or the class boundaries? I mean class boundaries, right? Class boundaries can be obtained from this system of equations, right? We do have two equations with two unknown variables. We know that the average of the class limits of a class is obtained from this formula, right? The lower class limit for class 1 plus the upper class limit of that class divided by 2 is this number. This formula is the class mark formula for class 1, right? And class widths can also be obtained from the discrepancy of the class boundaries. So from the same class, we can also construct an equation such that this class width is resulted in. So the upper class limit of class 1 minus the lower class limit 1, the lower class limit of that class is the class width, which is 5. From these two equations we can obtain the unknown one simultaneously, right? Therefore, at the end of the day, this is trivial. The lower class boundary of class 1 is this number. The upper class boundary of that class is this one. Therefore, the class boundary for the first class is nothing but obtained by this one, right? If this is obtained, the next is easy to obtain. We add 5 to this number, right? And we add this 5 to the upper class boundary of that class to obtain the next lower class boundary and the next immediate upper class boundary of that second class, right? So the class boundary element is obtained in this form, right? This is class 1, this is second class, this one is third class, this one is the fourth, this one is the ninth, right? What is left is the class limits. Class limits is nothing but a class that is a unit of measurement, meaning there is a gap class to class. That discrepancy is u, which is 1. For example, 115 minus 104 is 1. So this is a gap. The class intervals with a gap is class limits. If there is no gap, class boundaries, right? So to obtain the class limits, the first class, we add 0.5 to this one, 0.5, but we subtract 0.5 from this one. The class limit of the first class is now this one, 110. The upper class limit of that class is this number, and we add 0.5 to this one, but we subtract 0.5 from this one. So the corresponding class limits can be obtained in this way. Therefore, the whole class limits will be obtained in this way. 1, class 2. So the midpoints formula is given by this one, yes. So this is for recurring business, but having this two consecutive class limits, to obtain the next class limit, we add the class widths to the immediate class mark, meaning 117 plus 5 is 122 will be the same is true. We add 0.5 to this one to obtain this one. Then we find the whole series. Then at the end of the day, we come up with this verification. This sum should give this number. This is verified. The whole completed frequency table becomes with this contents, right? So this